I can't hear. Mhm.
I can't do anything right now, but if I do, I'll text you, and if it takes you several days to get in touch with me, that's fine too, Steve. I know you're very busy.
Well, I'll get back with you. Don't worry, Tim.
All right, thank you. Thank
God
you.
bless you, brother. Bye
God
bye.
bless you too. Thank you. Bye.
That was Tim on there. Tim, now you're going to watch this video later and you're going to say, hey, how did I end up on this Zoom meeting? So, all right, we're going to have some more people joining here. The funny thing is, by the way, if you hear a cat won't stop meowing, he was on death's door for about a week with bobcat fever, and he is a survivor now, so he's making up for his lost vocal time that he couldn't talk earlier. Anyway, um, so I want to welcome everybody that's coming in right now. I kept thinking, I don't know why this happened to me, but I kept thinking that our link was BennunX39.com. I forgot we'd called this X39hub.com. So, you know, the Bennun X39 is our Gmail, is what it is. So, too much going on in my
Big
head.
testosterone.
Yes, he
Huh.
is exactly right. I'm missing that. But I
Hmm.
took a natural they have a natural supplement until I get the real deal. And see, that's what made me remember today. Looky there, see? So, and the cat's going to get testosterone if you don't hush. All right, let's see here. Wait, okay, can you hush? Don't beg. Why? Come here. Okay, hush. You can sit here, just don't talk. All right. So I just responded yes. Okay.
He's been injured on the line. I don't know what it is.
Oh, goodness. Okay. If you guys can take over for a minute, I got to find out. I got an injured animal. So, Yana and you, if Jason can take over for just a second.
Well, welcome Becky and Shireen and Jason. All right, I wasn't here a long time, and welcome everybody. I'm still on patches, can't live without them. I love the photobiomodulation science, and I will wear them forever, as long as possible. So, do you have any new experiences? Becky, Shireen, if you have anything, please just tell us any new experiences with patches or any questions. And then I would just ask Jason if he can explain to us a little bit about the change in business side of this. I am not familiar yet. I was on one meeting, Jason, and it was kind of, whoa, too much, like very new information, very different from what I learned when we came in more than a year ago. So then you can just explain how this works for those who want to share Lifewave. But if you have any questions, Sherry, Becky, please just come in, unmute, and tell us about your experiences, any kind of new testimonies or questions. So, nothing. Okay. Well then, Jason, unmute please and start talking.
All right. Well, how are you, Yana? So nice to see you. And always love hearing from you. And it's always an honor to be on your guys's hub and know that others will be joining here shortly. And um yeah, so there's a lot of exciting changes coming with LifeWave. So many. I think that's and they've said as far as the compensation plan enhancements is how it's kind of been viewed because where we used to get paid four ways plus, the ability to earn trips, now we're going to be paid nine ways plus the ability to earn trips. So it really is, it's all upside. I mean, it's all good news. Like if you're involved with us, This is all really, really good news. And so it's going to be phased in as far as the compensation plan enhancements. They'll be phased in over the next 6 months, starting in July and I think mid-July and going through December. So it's not like it's going to be just an on switch. It's going to be a gradual shifting, and it's all going to be to the betterment the early for those early in their journey. So, we're going to be able to help people rank up and get more bonuses and earn pay. Even if you're, recruiting customers, whether you're recruiting retail and preferred customers, or whether you're bringing on brand partners and helping them to scale a business and duplicate simply by sharing the good news of what we do here. Um, there's more ways to earn now than ever. And I don't know how deep I should go into it. I think it would probably behoove everyone that is interested in hearing more about, we've got some videos that have been done that are really good with visuals that whether you want an hour video or whether you'd like a 30-minute video that are done really well would probably do it more justice than me trying to sort of give you a summary in 10 minutes. I can do that. I just think the best use of your time would probably be to, let Stephen and Yana know, hey, I would like to know about the enhancements because I'd like to share these products. Um, and then we can get that to you. And or even do what I would consider we should probably spend at least 30 minutes on it if we were to sit down and kind of go through some things. And so um, it would require a little bit of time. But, so if you want, I mean, Yana, you tell me if you want me to, I do have some slides. I could
I
skip
think I
through.
don't know if Steve has given out information that this is a Lifewave meeting because we have a lot of meetings for the ministry.
Oh,
So, and I think some people are here, like, I maybe he sent them somewhere else. Like, okay,
okay.
hold on.
Well, there's definitely a few names that I've not seen before. So welcome, welcome. I love the little tent.
Yeah.
It sure looks like
Yeah,
you're.
this meeting, I think is Shireen. Shireen, I think that he announced that this is a Lifewave meeting, not the ministry meeting. And Lifewave are basically patches for the biomodulation patches that help your body to create your own stem cells. So when you wear them, like I wear them here on my neck, your body is triggered to create these stem cells that then in turn causes you to your body will be healing your organs and tissues because stem cells are basically what we need. New stem cells are needed for healing. So if you are here by mistake, I'm sorry, that was just on part of Steve. He just announced it wrong, or maybe I don't know. But here we go. Hello, Denise. Welcome. And we have more people coming in now. Hello, Ron. I didn't see you a long time. So Becky, I'm reading here in a chat. My son's headaches have went away since he's been using patches. So my husband's back hasn't locked up, but he's still having a lot of lower back tightness. Well, as you know, the patches, it requires time. Okay, so just stick with it, keep wearing them because situation in your body is going to start definitely improving. And it's always something you don't even wait on. Like, let's say that you're wearing patches because of migraine, but then next thing you know, your gums are healing. So something will happen in your body that's completely unexpected, and it's going to be toward the good stuff, and then you will get to the healing of a back as well. Just keep your patches on because we need always new stem cells. And as you know, after the age of 30, we are missing 50% already of our stem cells. And by the age of 60, we barely have any left. So what we need is a constant influx of stem cells and our body making them so that way they can go to specific organs and tissues and start healing your tissues and organs. So Anyway, welcome, Denise. And my question was if anybody here has any kind of new testimonies or any questions. We are here today, and Jason was here because of the new plan that they developed, 9 ways of being paid if you are sharing patches with your friends and family. And I still don't understand the new system, so I don't know. Jason asked whether we are to continue with the business of it, but I would like to go back to any questions or testimonies, and then we will ask Steve and Jason to decide. So any new testimonies or anything as far as patches go? And I really like, Becky, that your son does not have any more headaches. That was my very first benefit, my very first one. Though, of course, I had a lot of pain in my bones, and that went away, never came back. I just don't even know what bone pain is. And my migraines have diminished significantly. So yes, so I'm very happy that headaches are gone. Anyway, go ahead. Questions? Yes, Denise, you can just unmute.
You see how young I look?
Yes.
No, I didn't have a question.
Well, I just see something. Oh, hold on. What is this? You don't have a question. All right. Anything to say?
We did have, Yanka, we had some really good testimonies last week. We had Jennifer on, and we had, in fact, I need to send Jennifer a message to let her know that by the way, guys, I got this, I don't know how in the world I got this so mixed up on this, but for some reason, we were out for a week or so, and I kept thinking in my mind of our email address, which is bennunx39@gmail.com. And because of that, I got to thinking that that was our web link here. And so I kept putting it in on Zoom and it wouldn't work. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Um, and then I got Shannon on to help me re-get this thing set back up again. And lo and behold, it just wouldn't work. And so Shannon, I got on the phone with Shannon, and Shannon's like, she's sitting there walking me through what to do and everything. And I told her, I said, well, Shannon, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have figured it out. I said, because now I figured out what it was. I was using the wrong web link. So that means that I need to start carnosine patches for memory. And Ron would probably tell me to wear one on
I
each
just
side of the head.
restarted them myself, Steve. It's a good idea. So anyway,
Yes.
any other questions? No. So then let's give it to Todd and Shannon and Jason because they're the seniors in this and they know what to say. So go ahead.
Senior citizens, you're right. Let's let them go next.
Well, I know
Just
Todd's out. Todd's out. Yes, you're right about that. I am a member of the AARP, my friend. So that'll humble you real quick. Well, but my buddy Todd's out west with his kids, and I know that there's a lot going on out there. So Todd, if you want to jump in here and say a few words, I know you know I'm not sure what it's looking like out there for you.
Yeah, no, I have plenty of time. We're leaving in about 6 minutes, so I'm good. Um, yeah, no, we head back to Ohio tomorrow. So, Steve, anything or Yana, anything in particular you'd like me to share about for this
Right
group?
now,
what's
what
the
we have,
latest?
the only person with questions here is Becky or any kind of comments. Like she says, she haven't heard anything on diabetes. So if like what to tell people about diabetes, and in fact, we do have testimony about diabetes. Jason has testimony about diabetes. Now, diabetes is a complex condition. Okay, so keep that in mind. But yes, people are improving with diabetes. Jason, can you make comment on that?
I sure can. There's a couple of what they would consider protocols for diabetes, and the X39 is definitely one of them. I have a story with that. Certainly, my hip pain was gone in 2 days, but in about 5 to 6 weeks, I watched my A1C and my glucose levels come down 35%, which totally was bewildering to my doctor. And she's like, "What are you doing?" And, she's like, "You must really be paying attention to what I'm saying." I'm like, "Not really." But I got this patch and it just made all the difference. And so, I got to be careful how much I give to the patch, but I mean, I just know that was such a big difference maker. Because I didn't really change too much with my diet. I was actually really paying attention to my sugar too. But prior to that, so, it was definitely a combination. And we've got way too many diabetes stories that are favorable that just really, I think, help people have a better baseline on their glucose levels, instead of it just running wild everywhere and having to be medicated significantly with whether it's metformin or some other things. There was a point where they were like, maybe we should get you on some insulin and all this kind of stuff. I mean, I'm a transplant patient, so I take an anti-rejection med that makes me prone to diabetes. So that's kind of the reason I have to really watch it. But the patches have been significant. The other piece I'll say about diabetes, just for a second, is, you know, the SP6 is really good for, as a piece of that protocol. That's one of our pieces that's really good for women and their hormones, but it's also really good for men and women, with sugars and things like that. So that matters. And then I will say that I've kind of really gotten into um, the impact that fasting has on your glucose and blood sugar levels. I'll actually, I eat in an 8 hour window for the most part every day now. So I'm typically eating between noon and 8 p.m. And then every quarter I do a water fast with only mineral salts. So for 3 days straight, I won't eat anything. I'll just drink water and mineral salts, and I'll literally watch my blood sugar just go down. And I'll have a baseline on my glucose that's somewhere like around 60 or 70, which is really low, and I feel awesome. I mean, awesome. And then I can eat something and it'll come down below 100 easily. So if I do that every quarter, and you can even look up if you really want to look up and get into that a little bit. I just find, I do a lot of different things. Nothing's better than the phototherapy patches. But if you struggle with diabetes, I mean, there's a whole world out there that does it naturally so that you can get off all of your medications. I would look up on YouTube, I'd look up Jason Fung, Fung, just a litany of videos around fasting and taking care of your diabetes naturally. I'm telling you guys, there was a point where my blood sugar got up over 400, um, at one point, and I literally have watched it, and I got to it, and that was even when they were having me inject insulin and doing some things, and it still wouldn't come down below like 350, and they were keeping me medicated. And I just decided I'm quitting all that. I got my patches on. I fasted, and I literally watched it go down to 60 over 3 days. And I've had a benchmark, and I've remained for the most part below 200 and usually below 150 almost all the time. Almost all the time. But every quarter I'll do a 3 day fast, and every day I eat in an 8 hour window. And if as long as I don't eat like an idiot and I do the right things I'm supposed to do, and I wear my patches and I do my sugar-free mineral salt electrolyte drinks, which is like Relight, which is Redmond salts. I love Redmonds. Um, Man, I mean, I'm kind of getting it down. Like, I went from them telling me I need to do all these different meds, like 3 or 4 different meds, including the insulin, to none of that stuff. And I feel a lot better. Holy cow. I can tell you when you're on a bunch of meds and you're sitting there over 300 regularly, um, it's night and day. You just feel worn down, just sick and worn down and without energy, and your feet and legs hurt. Everything hurts, but you clean that up. If you don't know what to do, just stop eating and fast for 3 days. Get yourself some good mineral salts and stick an X39 on the back of you. Get yourself an SP6 as well. And I know Yana, I know carnosine on the upper part of your
Night.
back crack is
Mhm.
good. I'll
Mhm.
do that. I'll do that too sometimes. But man, you got to hit it from all angles sometimes. It just depends on your situation. But I have found great success with those things with diabetes.
Mhm. And we are actually buying patches every month. We are kind of donating them to one lady who is a diabetic, and she cannot be without the patches. She claims that it helps her to keep her sugar down and feel better and move around. And she's literally claiming that this is what helped her diabetes. So just and if your diabetes progress to a point of cardiovascular threat, then add the X49 as well, because X39 and X49 is going to renew your whole cardiovascular system. So that's what I would actually add to it. Thank you, Jason. So Todd and Shannon, what do you want to speak about? For we have some business people here tonight too as well. So we have these changes. I don't know if Denise, if you learned about all of these changes. I didn't. I still have diamond in my head. I just can't get rid of it. Whatever I learned the first time, that's how I know it. So
Yeah.
I have
And
to relearn the whole thing. So that's just, anyway. So go ahead, Todd, tell us some good news.
Yeah, sure. As far as changes, there really no changes to be concerned about, or like, you don't have to change what you're doing, how you build your business. You still share, share the X39 and the other patches, and obviously not just the product, but also the opportunity itself. And the opportunity, we always say the only thing better than the X39 is the opportunity to share the X39. And it's changed everything in our world. I mean, we were able to, halt our other two businesses to do this full time really within 4 or 5 months. And so really, really exciting. I love Jason's story because that's pretty amazing. He's like, what does the X39 do? Well, listen to Jason's story. For Shan, we call her the one patch wonder because she got such great results right away. Brain fog lifted within hours. They say give it, a month for every decade of your life. We always hear that, but there's so many people that get very fast results. But we also try to manage expectations because when we came into this, we thought, well, we hope we feel something within the next 5, 6 months, because we're in our mid 50s. So, for her to have the results so quickly, and then for me, my story, I played college basketball back in the day, and I had just a lot of wear and tear, and I had neck pain, neck issues, lower back issues since 1986 when I was on the soccer field with Jason, uh, running laps for Mr. Service around the field. And I hit this little uneven part and it just tweaked my lower back. And from that point, I mean, I've had a lot of major issues ending up in the emergency room. Um, herniated discs and all those things. So I wasn't even thinking, that, okay, I'll start wearing this patch and it's going to help alleviate my neck pain or my lower back pain. I honestly, I thought it's going to do something for my health. I have no idea. I wasn't even thinking I was thinking more towards Shannon. I thought neck pain is just something I'll have for the rest of my life. Lower back pain is something I'll just have the rest of my life. And about 10 days in, was my first miracle. And not just with Shannon getting the results with her fibromyalgia and the brain fog and all that, but her mom and dad, her mom's arthritis in her hands within days. She's like, my hands aren't hurting. Her dad's all of a sudden able to sleep on his side, which he wasn't able to do because of his hip for years. So they're getting all the results. And then for me, it was about 10 days in. And I said, I'm driving down the road. I said, Chan, look at this. And I started moving my head around, full range of motion in my neck, and pain had gone, had subsided down to maybe a 2 or 3. I mean, amazingly, right? And then so I still to this day, here we are 2 years later, and I'm going, I can't believe because it was such a daily thing, daily grind to just stretch my neck out, try to pop it, always in pain. And my lower back pain was probably I'd say within 4 or 5 months, I'm like, I'm getting out of bed a lot differently now, and now I can reach down, grab cases of water like nothing. Because I used to have to get down. I love Steve's analogy when he, runs up and down the steps, when because before, where he was saying he had to prop himself over and things like that. Because for me to reach down and pick something up, I was having to kind of brace myself on a chair or something like that and get down on a knee, just pick something up. And now I'm just, I'm literally, it's crazy. So all that to say, those are, and I think Yana was just talking about the heart, the internal things that are happening. That's why even if my neck pain was still here 100% and my lower back pain 100% was still here, I would still wear this patch forever based on, the science and X49 to add, but even without the X49, just with the X39, it reverses the vascular age. I think by 8 years or something like that after 6 months of usage. So I lost my dad at 58 years old, of a heart attack, and his dad had died at 57, long time ago. So just knowing what this is doing internally, is why I'll wear this for the rest of my life. And yeah, just the ability to share this with others, it's just really, really a blessing. And again, it's allowed us to dream again. We kind of lost our dream along the way, having lost a business, so 6, 7 years ago, whenever that was, and just to be able to dream again, like wow. And in pursuit of your dream, you're actually helping people, which is just amazing. You're helping people physically, for sure, but also financially if they choose to not just use the patches, but also share the power of the patch and the opportunity with people and just duplicate and multiply. It's a real blessing for sure.
You can do it on the side. You don't have to leave what you do. Like Steve and I, we have ministry. We are spending enormous time in research and ministry. We can't stop what we are because people rely on us, and that's what we do. So, but we are doing this on the side, and it has been nothing but blessing to us. So, for those of you who are thinking, well, I have a job. Yeah, you have a job, but how about if you had side income? How would that improve your life? Right? So, anyway, Steve is, by the way, coming here tomorrow. He's be traveling to me, so we'll be together. We're missing each other now. We are moving to Texas, by the way, guys. So, I'm in Texas. He's halfway here in Florida, and he's coming tomorrow. So, looking forward to have you here physically, Steve, not just digitally.
Hey Yana, I don't know if you're close to Tyler, Texas, but we'll be in Tyler, Texas, July 10th, 11th, 12th. So
You
it's
look,
like it's like
you
east
look
of
how far.
Dallas.
Tyler, Tyler.
LER, yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
just yeah, just let you know. So
What's
awesome.
happening in Tyler, my man?
Oh, that's just the big thing.
Flowers.
Initially, it was going to be just Shannon. That Sherry wanted Shannon to go down and do a ladies thing, and she said, "Well, I guess we'll turn into a girl and guy thing." So we're gonna go down and be a part of that. So looking
Nice.
forward to
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Yeah, well, God bless you guys. I am being summoned. I have to go. We're heading to dinner with our kiddos, and we leave first thing in the morning. But it's
Hey,
been great.
Todd, you give them a real quick commercial on Next Level?
Absolutely. Oh man, yeah, next level, guys. It's just especially if you're building a business, for anyone on here and anyone that's on your team, obviously, if they just want to see a bigger picture than just a little zoom, of what we do and just the magnitude, the power of what this is all about. Then you want to get to next level, and that's in Orlando, coming up August 8th through the 10th. And it doesn't just give you a bigger picture. It really, just to see what the whole team looks like. I mean, there's going to be thousands of people there. And to learn the business training, the product training, the patch training, all those types of things, being in the room, there's nothing like being in the room. There's just, there's nothing like it. It's great to be on Zooms, but yeah, to be in the room and learn from the very best. I mean, I think we all know we're a part of the fastest growing team in the entire company, and the company is number one in the world globally in direct sales as far as momentum goes. So it's just, you can't put a price tag on it for sure. So if you want to see a bigger picture, then just find a way to get there and be in the seats, as they say. So yeah, without a doubt.
Yes, thank
That is
you.
awesome. Wait a minute.
You got
Maybe
it,
we
guys.
can,
Awesome,
maybe we
buddy.
can go to SeaWorld,
We-
Steve, like tell Ariella we will be in SeaWorld and
Todd, one
combine
quick
it.
testimony. One quick testimony before you jump off. I've been logged out of my email too forever. My computer got hacked, and so on my email on Bennun X39, I've not been in there in a long time because we had to rebuild, get a new computer. It was like crazy. Won't go into all that. But look, Laura sent a testimony to me, this just came in on June 23rd. So that just gives you an idea how far back. That's actually, just recently then, I guess, or today. No, 5 days ago. Anyway, she said, I'm 73 years old. I am handicapped with a power chair. I've used Lifewave X39 for about a year and a half now, and I really like it. Um, and I use it for the pain that I have due to my knees and other areas of body, which help relieve my pain. My daughter-in-law is interested in using it, and I would like to know how I would get her ordered onto this. So she's asking about that as well. But that was just so nice to hear or to see her write this testimony in. That it is helping her. So God bless you, Laura, for sharing that testimony with us. I want you to hear that yourself too, Todd, as you're
Thank you.
not to say that you haven't heard a million testimonies, and we have Brock coming in as well. Brock's also a Lifewave partner and an awesome one at that. So we love
That's
you.
awesome.
Tell Shannon, hug her for me. And you are looking younger, Todd.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I received that. Thank you.
And I will tell you something. You have to understand, I don't get to see you as much, and that's what makes me see that difference. I saw that in Shannon not long ago too. I hadn't seen her in a while, and I saw a video of you guys I think it's down there in one of the conferences there. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh, she's even getting younger than what she was,
It's
so that's
crazy.
what
Yeah.
makes me see that. So,
Yeah.
and by the way, the hair loss for men, because I'm thinning really bad here now, my wife said X39 will not help you. And I said, why not? She says, because with men, it's about a hormone issue that you guys suffer that the stem cells don't repair. Women, she said it'll work for, but not for men. So
Well, it is
that's
working
okay.
for some. I'm still waiting on the big main to come in, but I may be waiting a while. But I have noticed some actually. And for some, I mean, I like a guy that we know, Mark. His hair, he's still like he has pretty thick hair, but his has gotten a lot darker.
Mhm.
So right, a
I
lot of his
have gotten
braids have
darker
gone.
on the back, not on the
Okay,
front. I still stayed gray, but
yeah,
whatever. It's okay.
yeah.
It
Hey,
works
everyone's
on
different.
everything else. So, and also I had a blockage for a year and a half, almost a year and a half. Well, I've had the blockage for over 30 years, and I don't have it in the bowels any longer. It totally resolved itself.
Wow.
That
Wow.
Steve is
is
getting
amazing.
healed up, like really a lot. I mean,
Yes.
it's just like
And
all
like
kinds of
Jason,
issues that are going away for him. And not only
I'm
that, we were moving
186
guys, and he
pounds.
moved the entire household on his own, and even my grand piano all by himself.
Oh, the
Now, you
height is
tell
too
me,
little.
how did he do this?
That's amazing. I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. Hey, love you guys. You guys
Anyway,
are
Love you too.
amazing.
Take care.
Jason, we'll
Thank
see you
you,
soon, buddy.
Todd.
bye
Love to
bye.
see you, man. Thanks.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye, Don.
By the way, I am down to size 36 on my pants. I weigh 186 pounds from 215.
Nice.
Now, Brock, he's probably overweight, eating donuts.
I
We won't
don't
even go
believe
there, will we,
that,
Brock?
Brock. Are you? I don't
Deep
believe
shot right
Laura
there,
will allow
Steven.
you to do that.
Deep shot.
Well, I think Steve knows me too well. He's calling me out, man. I put a lot of trust in you to confide with you about my donuts, man, and you had to not in front of Jason at least. Come on, man. That's good.
With X39
That's
though, you can eat all
hilarious.
the donuts you want and not gain weight. I've learned that
Right,
already.
right. Because it needs that kind of nutrition to help you. I know,
Oh
right?
That's
boy.
right.
Something like that.
Yes.
Oh gosh. Brock, Jason, Brock, and for all those that are listening there, Brock and his wife are longtime friends of ours in ministry. We've known them for many, many years.
Okay.
And right about the time I had heard about X39 through Manuel, then the next thing I know, Brock is finally telling my wife about it as well. And I'm like, why didn't you tell us a little bit sooner? But
Yeah.
so they
Yeah.
were already on before we were. So they've been doing a really good job at it. And
Oh,
I'm
good.
glad to see they jumped on here with us tonight.
Oh, very good. Okay. Well, where are you guys, Brock? Are you also
Tennessee. We were out of Tennessee, but we're in Atlanta, Georgia now.
in Atlanta, Georgia? Okay. No,
Yeah.
very good. Well, welcome, welcome. Good to see you all.
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry, what's your wife's name?
My name is Laura.
Mm.
Yeah,
Laura?
we
Laura.
don't know her
Okay.
name.
Yes.
Well,
We just
it's nice
know
to meet
her
you.
as I'm just kidding.
Hi, Steve. Good to
I
see
Hi.
just
you.
want
Hey,
to tell you,
good to see you.
Yeah.
Brock and Laura are very young ministers, and Laura is into nutrition and into health. So she's
Very good.
looking out for her family and Brock and her children, right?
Okay.
They're wearing patches and eating good foods, and she's also an amazing cook. I had a privilege to be in her house, and
Thank
she
you.
cooks, and she gave us all these freshly cooked homemade dinner. And I don't
Yeah.
know how she did it all on her own. I don't know. How did you do this? Just by
She's
yourself,
Superwoman.
made all of these
Practice,
beautiful
a lot of practice.
foods. What?
Lots of practice and patience for sure.
Oh,
Yes.
Love and patience and, that good stuff. And
fantastic.
yes, yes, yes.
All right. Well, as far as Lifewave goes, any questions about patches? We know that they're absolutely amazing. We know that we will always, always wear them. And I have a little bit of tiny, it's like if the Lifewave meeting is over, I have just little, because you guys know that I am in school for FDNP. And
Before we end it, before we
mhm.
pick up on what you're wanting to talk about, Yanka, I want to ask Jason real quick on the water machine. Do we have any updates on the release of that? Because we're getting very
Last
close
time
to July.
I know we are. I would bet closer to the end of July than the beginning of July. Um, and you just never know. I've not heard anything solid. The last I did hear was July. That's all I have. I mean, it's literally all I have. They won't tell me much. They know I'm the Michael Scott of keeping corporate secrets. So I
Goodness.
I don't know if you know much about Michael Scott in the office, but he couldn't. It's like slip of the lip sinks a ship. You know what I mean? So he just couldn't keep it tight. So they won't tell me everything. They know I'll just come on here and tell everybody about the water machine coming. But no, I'm just playing. But I would bet that I actually think it'll probably push to August or something. It just seems like that's how things go here. They put the date out, they hope that's when it's going to be, and then it's pushed about 60 days. So I don't know that, but
Okay.
if I was a betting man, that's what I would probably be doing. But here's the thing, guys. We've got Celergize that was just released, and it sounds like we've got plenty of it, which is great. And we've got the X39, which we've got capacity already for 3 billion a year to deliver on. So, I mean, 3 billion in manufacturing capacity, that's crazy. So we've just got to build and we've got everything we need to build this as big as it could possibly get, as deep as it could possibly get. And then, and then just kind of reach out to the people and put some light feelers out there on the water machine because it'll be about $5,000, I think, for the water machine. It's going to be about $5,000, which I think they could probably finance over 2 or 3 years, which would probably keep the expense down below 200. So that'd be So then people could bite off on it and be okay with it, knowing all the benefits. I mean, the benefits of the water machine are going to be crazy. Removing microplastics from your blood and from your organs. Are you kidding me? That's like a major deal. And if you saw some of the testimonials of the guy that had such bad arthritic pain, he couldn't even stop, unclench his fist. It was so bad. And within 5 minutes of drinking the water, his pain went from a 10 to a 0. And he was going like
Wow.
this and couldn't even move him before drinking the water. And here he is like this after like 5 minutes, which is insane. So I'm, I'm excited. I'll be buying one on day one. And I'm sure a lot of folks will too. I just don't know when day one's going to be for that water machine. But
You're buying two, is what I thought.
what's that?
Weren't you going to buy two of them?
Yeah, I want one upstairs and downstairs because
Oh, no, 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 no. I'm downstairs.
No, come on, Steve. Okay, anyway, thank you
Yana,
so much.
how do you do it, Yana? Like, how do you do it? I
You
mean, I'm
just,
guessing you're in separate rooms right now, so I'm guessing that's part of how you do it.
yeah, it's
Separate
pretty
city
much
right now.
24/7. He wakes up at 3 a.m. and jokes. So
Oh, excuse me, I'm
yeah.
stupid.
But anyway, that's just Steve, and it's always something silly. You okay, Jason? Somebody needs to tap you on the back again. Anyway,
Green.
okay. So wonderful. Thank you, Jason. Todd and Shannon still here. Thank you. And any questions or testimony still open to that as far as Lifewave meeting. And after that, we are going to just a little bit of lecture. I have a lecture for my people here. So
Can
yeah.
I give a quick shout out to? I want to give a quick shout out to Dr. Darnell, who went and ran a booth at one of her local areas, and it looked like it was pretty well attended, and
Right.
just thought that was fantastic. She was posting about it
Thank
this
you.
week,
Do you have any results down now?
Yes, I got a couple of people who signed my health survey form to follow up with. But I'm in the mode of meeting new people and trying to build the business with the new people. I told the group that I started my 100 list all over again because people have stopped answering my calls. I even heard one lady say, "Tell her I'm not here." So, I mean, I am in the mode of recruiting. Okay.
Mhm.
All
Well, I
right.
do want to tell
Amen.
you, Denise, that you are an example of strength, because you're just working very hard and you believing, you have faith.
Mhm.
So, and I want to say that's a big part of this. And it's a man, you believe in a product because it helped you. You have a personal testimony, and then you want to give this good to others.
Right.
So stay on it. Wonderful. Keep
Yeah.
in touch here. Always be with us. And thanks for Jason and Todd and Shannon that you're always available. I really appreciate this. We all love you, appreciate you. And now I just want to have just a private word with my people here a little bit. And Brock and Laura came in, and it is, we are talking about health, and I am studying FDNP program. I'm 71% done. Yes, I had to. I always have to kind of extend to more and more time, and it's quite understandable. There's life going on. That's why I tell my kids, do school now while you're living with mommy, because once you are in my age, it's really difficult. I am basically doing ministry and then handling almost adult children and their futures, and then personal tragedy that I still have to deal with on everyday basis, by the way. And that's not what I'm here to talk about. But I am in that school and I'm learning a lot of things. So when it comes to health, we know that patches are absolutely amazing and a must. They're number one. But then that's not the only thing you need to do. There is a lot more you need to do when you want to be truly healthy. And Jason was talking about this, what he has to do. He's doing intermittent fasting, and he's fasting every 3 months, 3 days. So is that what, if I understood correctly? Amazing. Like, I'm learning about benefits of fasting, benefits of nutrition, and I came up with something. I will be writing about it. I'll have my own website as FDNP practitioner, but it's called Lesson on Health. And the word lesson spells as Lesson, and each letter stands for something. So the letter L stands for light. And here comes the patches. Like, we thought that all we need is just maybe good food and sleep, and some pills or supplements, and that's health. Well, no, light is a supplement. You need light. And I'm not talking, I'm a Christian, and light of Christ in you is the light you need. That's probably number one. But I'm talking about different kind of light right now. I'm talking about red light. I'm talking red therapy, photobiomodulation. So that lesson on health, L stands for your patches. You must have patches on you every day, because you need stem cells, and that's what photobiomodulation does for you. So light is number one. E stands for exercise. In my school, my teachers tell me, if you don't exercise, you will die. You're slowly dying. You have to move. Start moving. Without it, you will not be healthy. Now, I took it so seriously because I always heard of we need exercise, but I never took it seriously. We need exercise. Well, once I looked at the scientific side of it, guess what I'm doing every morning? I'm getting up and I'm forcing myself to go out there, start walking and jogging, because I understand the benefit of it. So I'm literally forcing myself and trying to make it my lifestyle now. I'm hiring personal trainer to just for 6 weeks, just to kind of teach me and help me to get motivated. And it's worth $400, believe me, because that's all I will pay him. And he's going to help me to start moving. So E is for exercise, right? First S is for sleep. There is a science of sleep. You need sleep. And as an adult, you need minimum of 7 to 8 hours. Teenagers need about 9 hours. So don't wake up your teenagers in the morning. When they want to sleep, they have a good reason. Let them sleep. But we need sleep, and 7 is even like low, but 8 is what we need. And if you're not sleeping, you have to start researching why. What is happening in your body? Why are you not sleeping? Because what's happening during sleep in your body is a repair. And this is when patches that you wore during the day, they go to work while you sleep. Okay? So, but the next S in our lesson is your stress control. We know what cortisol causes. We have a patch for that. It's Ian, right? That helps, but you have to mindfully distress. You have to have a prayer meditation, regular hours where you go by yourself to your room and you're by yourself and just get into yourself, get to inner yourself, okay? Because you need to de-stress and you need to find techniques of how to do it. The next one, O, stands for optimism. That's your attitude. You have to have your attitude properly set. No pessimists, only optimists. And I struggle with that. Trust me. Every morning I say, lesson O means for optimism. I have to believe, and I say, yes, I'm going to be healthy, and everything is going to be all right. And the last N stands for nutrition. Okay. And nutrition is so important, even though it's last, but it's very, very important. Okay. So what you eat is important, but do you really believe that we're getting everything we need in our nutrition when you eat every day? Just do your daily, what you eat for breakfast, what you are putting in your mouth when you watch TV or whatever. I can guarantee you're not getting 99.99% of what you need, what your body truly needs. You're not feeding those cells, no matter what, especially depleted soils and everything. So I have invited here Brock and Laura And I have actually done research, and now within my school, we are looking at all the supplements, all the foods. Of course, eat always organic, try organic. If you can be plant-based or just, don't eat too many red meats. If you have chicken, fish, fine. Just don't eat red meats. If you can completely get away from that, that would be actually the best for you. But then Brock and Laura is here, and Laura, please talk to us about Rain Nutrition, because this is the number one thing I will be always recommending to all of my clients. No matter what you eat, always have Rain Nutrition. It's a seed nutrition. Can you talk about that?
Is it okay if I start real quick?
He's
Because
gonna start.
when it comes to nutrition, I think I have so much history with everybody in this room. I don't know if Jason probably doesn't remember, or Todd or Shannon, but what is it now? 12 years ago, guys, I remember both of you guys. I remember Todd and Shannon's very first speech on stage in Advocare way back in the day. I know y'all remember that, Jason, don't you? I mean, Todd and Shannon inspired my world. They had a powerful story up there because I was in Columbus, Ohio. I went to Bible college up there, by the way, and all you Ohio people, man, y'all fired me up, man. Todd and Shannon were going. I mean, ever since that journey that you guys have with Advocare with nutrition, same with us, we came into the same time with you guys and Danny and Diane and everybody. I remember I got to the first Tampa meeting. Right when I got out of my car, Danny and Diane was getting out of the car beside me. And I looked at Danny, looked at me, and I was like, it's one of them things like, I was like, oh man, that's awesome. So fast forward to right now, here we are. We're on the lookout constantly for the best, absolute best nutrition. And we're literally all three of us going to try a new supplement that I know you guys will go look up. It's called Rain. It's seed-based nutrition. You might have heard of that, I'm sure. But we are going to be trying that this week. We've been hearing stories of trying that while you're taking the patch. So that is something we're excited about. We want to try that. Basically, little sachets, a little puree that you could drink, and the potency of inside the seed nutrition we've seen some amazing stories. Won't take too much time up, but if you want to share anything, you can.
Well, Yana, you could have not said it better. You mentioned pretty much almost every pillar of life, or, like in context, you did. And we can all agree that every area of our life, it's super important. From our spiritual, physical, our mind, everything that we see, everything that goes through our ears, everything that comes through our mouths is very important. And yes, absolutely, God created us with, we need light, we need water, we need all these things. We need everything God created. It's for us, and He placed absolutely everything in nature and everything that He created for us to utilize and to implement. So thank God for the minds that God has given us to be able to do that, right? And so that's why, we have these patches, and we have the rain products, and we have other supplements that I'm sure uh, individually will take on the side. So we can all agree that, we need more. We need more than the patches. We need more than just the nutrition. We need love. We need good relationships. We need all these things, right? So Brock and I, we've always had this dream, to live sustainably, grow our own food, and but even if you accomplish that, um, we everybody has fast-paced lives. We have, it's a lot, right, to accomplish even just one thing in a great way.
I will share that's how
So
we got involved when Lifewave came, is we moved to the mountains in Tennessee. We found a house where we were able to tap into spring water, and we had it come down gravity fed. We were drinking the most alive water we ever had. And we went down the list. We had a greenhouse, we were growing a lot of our food, we had grass-fed finished beef, we had elk and bison with our community. We had everything that we had looked forward to and dreamed of, we were doing it. But man, guys, it was so much daggum work.
Right.
I mean, I'm telling you what, man, it is no joke trying to grow your own food, and you're drinking good water, had fresh air. We had the list of healthy things, and
And
again,
making sure that soil has everything just completely balanced. It's like so
became-
many
I
things
became
there.
so good at composting, man. I had so many wood chips. All we're saying is we're just like everyone in this room. I know I highly respect everybody in this room. I know I've seen a lot of you guys over the years, and man, we're all doing so much. And just one of the friends in Texas called up, and he was just sharing how much results they were getting from these. And again, we're just excited to start that here. And if anyone wants to start, they can try or anything like
Yeah.
that. But
I'm making a list within my studies during my lectures with my instructors and then people who study with me in a group of the best supplements out there that are safe, best made in United States, not China. Be very careful what kind of supplements you're taking because you can truly put a lot of poisons in your body just through supplements, and then your liver has to process all of this. So minimally, and supplements should be minimal, only directed at certain conditions. What you need to focus on is what I told you within the lesson word. And then, of course, the proper nutrition. And the seed nutrition is the best because can you imagine a tiny seed? And you can have that seed for 20 years and it's just there. But then you put it in the water and what happens? It starts sprouting. So what was in that seed? Power. There was power in it. Something is in it that sprouts life. So when they showed me what I just look at everything, completely everything, because I want my family to do just best things in every area of this lesson word I just told you. And light is first, patches, but then nutrition wise, definitely the best thing I can say is the rain. And I have researched everything, every company, every nutrition, and everything. It's a seed. They extract power from the seed, like a black raspberry, black cumin, very, very exotic seeds that, you rarely even hear that, what is black cumin, what is black raspberry, but they have the most powerful nutrition in it. They extracted it from it. It's a non-GMO, organic. So and then you drink that in a little pouch every day. So this is what we are going to be doing. But Steve too, he's going to be on this as well as far as nutrition every day. So we make sure that we have everything and then we can kind of eat for fun. And I don't have to be on him constantly. What you eating? Did you get enough B complex? Did you get enough amino acids? Did you get enough this? So now he will get everything in that little pouch, and then now we can go out and eat for fun sometimes. I don't have to worry. Because let me tell you, it's an enormous work for, like Laura knows this, I know this, it's an enormous work for me to constantly watch. I just finished the nutrition profile on my son because I'm checking on them, blood tests, because I'm checking what they're depleted in. And then I'm just trying to shop based on that because, and he was actually depleted in iron. Who would ever think he depleted in iron, my son? So that was the reason why he was so lethargic lately. So do you see what I mean? That's why we need proper nutrition and these rain products. Maybe you can come next time, Laura, and show us. We can have a different Zoom. Like I don't want to do it on a Lifewave Zoom, but you can show us on the next time. I can announce it maybe and. But I am just telling you this because I'm very, very excited, not for business. I'm just excited for what I'm going to be giving my clients and recommending to my clients. Because it's very difficult today to know what is really good and pure. So you can talk a little bit on that seed and then we can end the meeting and then we will just meet up next time somehow.
all right, you want to talk about
The
No,
product.
your Laura, your research.
Yes. So the powers in the seed, just like you said, if you everything you see, how even us, we come from a seed, right? In a different way, but it's a seed. And it's the product of that seed. So that product is a representation of everything that's in the seed. So not go too deep in science or anything like that. All the minerals, all the nutrients, everything, absolutely everything that one plant, that one tree, had to have to in order to grow, it's in the seed. So because us knowing about the nutrition, so it has the omegas, it has all the oils, it has the minerals, it has vitamins, it has absolutely everything you need. So that's why we're so excited about this, because it in one little seed, it's potent. It's so, like, even if it's just a little yeah, little little pouch of drink that you take, it's highly concentrated. Versus a vitamin that you take and it's just milligrams. And it's just talking about macronutrients and macronutrients, like superfoods. A superfood has all these nutrients in just one superfood versus one little ingredient, like, I don't know, vitamin C. And most of the times, these vitamins are artificial. They're not telling you where it's coming from. It's made in a lab. So it's more difficult to our bodies to absorb all of that and to, get all the proper nutrients. But, just with the seed nutrition, everything in one helps the body just remove all the toxins in a cellular level, just to keep it in simple terms, and to do what was created to do. So it goes perfectly in line with the patch, because the stem cells are already, they're there by our creator to do whatever we're supposed to do. It's just that we are giving it a little boost. And this is what we're doing here with the, with the seed. When we saw that, when I saw those ingredients, it's just so simple, very straightforward. Black cumin seed, curcumin, just raspberry seed, very simple, knowledgeable. Everybody knows pumpkin seed, which for those that don't know, that's for parasite cleanse. And so many seeds help your gut, which is your first brain. This is not your first brain, and your gut is your first brain. So we're just so passionate about everything, and it has other products for the brain, products for detox, other one for more energy. It's very balanced, that even when I saw that, I can give it to my kids because they come in puree, in a little puree, and it's just very, very, very simple. And what we also loved about it is that anybody can share it too and take it on the go, because we have busy lives, and sometimes it's hard
That's
to
what
go
I'm
get a
talking about.
smoothie. And
Yeah, Laura, we have such busy lives. You're in ministry, we are in ministry. Believe me, I'm spending so much time in a kitchen, and like each of my family members has different tastes and likes.
Oh God.
And sometimes I'm thinking I'm going crazy. I'm not kidding you. Like, what am I gonna make for Steve? Oh, but he doesn't like beans, but my son loves the beans. So it's like, I'm not kidding you. It's very difficult. And then I'm so worried if they're getting all the nutrients. And I'm constantly saying, I'm like yelling at Steve, look, you're not eating beans and you need everything that's in that bean. So it's very difficult when you are trying to be nutritional chef here. So, but even for my clients, I'm preparing my website, and we're going to be doing blood tests, urine tests, saliva tests, blood tests, stool tests, and the type of tests that we're going to be
Urine
running
test.
are the saliva, urine, blood, and stool. And all these tests are there's another test that doctor runs. Doctors are not going to prescribe you those tests. Okay, those are functional medicine tests, very specific. They will find out what is really wrong within your body, what is going wrong in there, and then you are giving supplements and lifestyle prescription for lifestyle changes based on that and nutrition based on that. So I want to make sure that my clients have the best of the best in everything. So number one is every one of my clients have to have patch. They have to. So
Hey
I can't
guys,
give
I got
them
to jump
sleep.
off.
Yeah.
It's
Go
good to
ahead,
see you
Jason.
all. Good
That's
to meet you
fine.
guys. I got to jump off here, but
Yes, I know you have a 9 o'clock.
we'll talk to
Yes.
y'all soon. Love you
Bye-bye.
all.
Thanks, Jason.
Yeah, love you too. So you know how I can give sleep to my client. I can teach them how to go about having sleep. But nutrition, the rain one, I am very impressed. I just spent 3 days researching this really deeply. In fact, Steve will call me, what you doing? I'm like, I'm busy. I was researching to such depths, everything, every ingredient that is in there, and separately everything on a very deep level. And I am so impressed and so thankful that you told me about this. So I highly recommend rain every day. It should be part of your life as well. So anyway, thank you. And I'll invite you, and maybe you can do a little video for me for my website, that my functional medicine website. So thank you so much. And all of you, and any questions if you have, or testimonies, like Dustin is here. Any testimonies on Lifewave or anything? We still have a little bit of time. If not, we will just finish. Elkie is here. Hello, Elkie. Didn't see you a long time. So, and by
Everybody's
the
been
way,
hiding out.
yes. We are moving. So, and I have lost my red phone for the longest time because it's a tiny, thin phone that was my Lifeway phone. And I lost it and could not find it for the world of me. For the world of me, I could not find it. That happened to me many, many times, guys. So let me give you, until I do find it, I have if you have any questions, is it okay, Steve, to give my phone number? You
Sure.
can just stop recording. So that way it doesn't go out to the public for 20 million people.
Okay, 1 second. Give me a second. I gotta
Thank
find that
you.
button.
And to those who are here, I want to give them my personal phone number. I know Denise has it. So let me give you my personal phone number, Becky and